is like the worst idea ever, but what if we just wing it?
Sure.
I'm Aris.
I'm Zoe. Welcome to Breaking Indie.
We are so excited to be here in Santa Fe on this podcast talking about our new film, Tin Soldiers.
Premiering at the Santa Fe Film Festival.
And it's going to be an awesome time, guys. You should really show up because
Check out
we're
the
having...
episode.
Yeah, the episode. We should have planned this out.
It's a program for filmmakers, by filmmakers. It's the Breaking Indie podcast. All right. Well, it's been a good interview, guys. Okay. All right. Did you plug yourself for the camera? Because I didn't. Here. I say 10 with a weird accent because I'm from Washington State.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't
So
either.
it's like 10.
10?
10.
Well, he says like 10. It's like the
It's supposed to be 10.
Oh, yeah.
10?
Tin. Like
10.
T-I-N.
Okay, so that would be the way, not like the number 10.
Not like the number.
Well, that makes sense because that's usually what people talk about when they say 10 soldiers.
Yeah.
But if it was the number 10, I would still say 10.
No, I get it. That pin
10.
that pin pen substitution like really gets people.
I can fix the whole Pam dilemma
What?
for the stepbrother. It's the stepbrothers court. Don't worry about it. We're movie lovers here. We are movie lovers. What are two of your favorite movies?
Oh my God. Pretty Woman is like my all-time like comfort favorite movie. And honestly, just because it's in my head right now, Oppenheimer, I really loved Oppenheimer. And seeing the space yesterday, it was so surreal.
Yeah, we went to Los Alamos.
Oh yeah, we went to Los Alamos. And
I love that spot. I mean, even before Oppenheimer came out, I used to come here as a kid. I have an aunt who lives here. And she took us to the Bradbury Museum. Did you guys go there?
Yeah, we did.
Super fascinating, right?
Yeah.
It just like captivates you, and you're just like, wow, there's like so much fun history, and by fun I mean like kind of not fun, but really cool.
Yes.
And I was like so enthralled with just the secretness of that town.
Yeah.
Like you're driving around, and then you're like, who's below me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was there with my friends playing frisbee golf or disc golf,
Yeah.
and there's this hole that came out of the ground, and I'm just like, there's someone like taking a shit underneath me. Is there like just like fumes coming up right now? Like,
Oh, man,
because
yeah.
I'm told, 60% of that town is all underground.
Really?
So a majority of that town is underground labs.
we didn't go digging, so
So
we should have.
probably don't.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna find.
That's true.
You might just find some
wild.
radioactive waste.
That's wild.
It's also the highest PhDs per capita in the world.
That makes sense because they have the labs there, right? Yeah.
That's the whole point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like if you go to a Starbucks in Pittsburgh and you see somebody reading a book on physics,
Yeah.
if you go to a Starbucks in Los Alamos, you're looking at the person who wrote that book. Like it's pretty wild.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was
You ever heard it was like 14,000 people live there approximately?
I'm not really sure.
We have a friend who's working in the labs and has been there for a few years, and he's like, yeah, I never want to leave. Like once you're here, you kind of just stay here forever.
You love Los
it.
Alamos. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really outdoorsy guy. So.
Yeah. And there's also, you have Bandelier, which is an awesome national park.
Yeah.
It's like where a lot of the natives lived in the cave sides.
Oh,
like
Yeah.
they like built little caves into the side of the cliff and like
Oh,
would
wow.
live out of there. But yeah, really cool.
As you're convincing me, we got to go back up.
I wanna move
before
there.
our trip ends, and then start seeing some more stuff.
Well, outside of like being a successful narrative filmmaker, I think my only happy backup would be like working for the labs in some film capacity.
Yeah.
Anyway, two of your favorite films.
I had all this time from her answering, and I did not use
Blank.
that. Yeah.
Blank.
You know,
I really
mean,
like Oppenheimer and
and
Pretty Woman. Yeah.
No, I mean, if I had to choose, like these are two kind of on the opposite spectrum, I guess, in terms of genre. But I really like Beasts of the Southern Wild. It's this fantastic movie about a little girl and her father coping with the flood in Louisiana. And it was also one of the first films. We had this sort of art house movie theater in Memphis where I grew up. And it was one of the first films that I had seen that wasn't, I think, sort of geared towards children. And I went and I was like, oh my God, this can be movies, right? Like this is what you can do with this. And that's kind of when I had that moment of deciding, like, this is something I want to pursue. Like this is something I want to jump in on, and it's fascinating. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it got that kind of, because I haven't seen it, I'm familiar with the title, but I haven't seen it. Does it have that like kind of adult Pan's Labyrinth aesthetic of like, it's about a kid and their imagination, but not really about.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
kind of,
it's
no.
maybe it's much more grounded in reality. Like there are these moments of glimpses into sort of the kid's imagination and coping, but it's definitely sort of gritty and grounded in reality. but it has a
Tears.
whimsical. Yeah, no, you laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's a journey.
How about a second film it doesn't have to be your favorite, just what's on your mind?
Oh,
What
I mean,
comes to mind?
the second
Number
favorite.
two, give me number two.
I'm cheating here. It's the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
It's cheating.
Yeah, is that
cheating.
cheating? All right, then Return of the King. Return of the King, if I had to pick one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm a huge, Tolkien fan and fantasy fan, and just the scale of those films and how they were able to adapt some, I think, really difficult.
You're
source
noticing my
material.
weed socks, aren't you?
Oh my God!
I got weed socks, guys. They're very distracting, and you can smoke them.
No, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. You just have like a little backup for whenever.
I'm all over the place. I roll reefer out of my socks. All right. Well, let's talk. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. Introduce yourselves and introduce your film. Where you're coming from, what you're doing here.
I'm Aris, and I'm the director and one of the producers of Tin Soldiers, and we work together at a production company called Blue Oak Productions up in New York.
Blue Oak?
Blue Oak, like
Blue
the
Oak,
tree.
sorry.
The tree.
Just had to enunciate that one for myself.
No, I get it. I'm a fast talker. But no, we're with Blue Oak Productions up in New York, and it's a film about narrative drama about the over-medication of children in the United States and the need for therapeutic intervention as well as sort of medications-based intervention. And it follows a young boy named Caius who is undergoing a treatment process that's happening to him as opposed to with him, and how he struggles to articulate, especially at such a young age, to his family, that this isn't working for him and it doesn't feel right. And so that's kind of, I guess, what the film's about and the message we're tackling.
Really. And I'm Zoe. I am one of the producers on the project as well as one of the co-founders of Blue Oak. And yeah, this has been such a labor of love, so it's so wonderful to be here at this festival and getting to premiere it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how did this Tin Soldiers, how did that kind of start?
Well, I think, I set out to write it because I had this sort of personal experience with this sort of phenomenon, right, as a kid. And I was talking with some peers, and I assumed it was sort of like a one-off experience, just mine, right? But the more I talked with peers and the more I discussed, the more I started to realize a lot of people shared this experience. A lot of people had something similar go on. And so we set out to write it, and in that process talked with, psychologists with the script and really tried to nail down what is such a broad topic into a sort of short film, streamlined narrative story to sort of talk about this issue and the need for therapeutic intervention, especially with children on something like this.
Yeah. And it is such a broad topic, and there are so many different ways that this issue can be tackled. Mm-hmm. So we really tried to come at it from a place of, nothing is the villain, nothing is the enemy. We're trying to work for a better solution for the child, for the victim of, the over-medication of the X, Y, and Z. So it's been such a rewarding process, talk to therapists and psychiatrists and just get different perspectives. It's really been a really wonderful experience.
Yeah, I think you actually touched on something there that was really important, especially in drafting and redrafting the script, which was this isn't like a blanket solution, but for some people, like, it works really, really well. Mm-hmm. And so we don't want to discredit that. And I think the film walks a line that doesn't discredit that, but advocates for providing more resources for people who don't fit into that mold. So that was a big part of the drafting process and putting it together.
Yeah. It's also been so fascinating to see, after we've created this and started telling people about our idea before we even shot it, and they say, dude, like that happened to me. Like, yeah. I thought I was the only one. And so that has been truly gratifying, to tell this story and get to, share that experience that so many people have been keeping inside.
Yeah.
It's always a vote of confidence when you're in the kind of phase where you're like, is this what we want to commit to? And, that's kind of some of the advice that I've heard from other people is like when you're at like a party or a social gathering and you pitch an idea and people get excited, you're like, okay, then maybe this is worth pursuing. And when other people can relate right off the bat of like, oh yeah, that's always, it means that you're doing something worthwhile or something that perhaps from an entertainment level might take interest. But that's fantastic.
I appreciate that. And I think one of the things that's really gratifying, and that has been really gratifying about this process, is the fact that people we've shown it to and spoken to about it, it resonates, right? And I feel like that's the goal of telling a story, to resonate with people and to sort of generate conversations, and so it's been really rewarding in that way to sort of go through this topic through film. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the runtime on it?
17 minutes.
17?
And 10 seconds.
And 10. That extra 10.
Yeah, 10.
There's a whole lot of credits. Oh, shit. You're right. The 10. 10 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
And then is it playing, I mean, I know this might be a little outdated for this podcast, but is it playing in a certain group, like with the festival programming?
Yeah, it's Saturday morning, and it's part of the Cinema Block 1.
Okay.
With a variety of other shorts that all look fantastic.
We're
and
excited to see them.
We're excited to see. I mean, one
But
of the
this
things
isn't
that,
your first time at this festival, is
No,
it?
no.
We
we're
met
we're
a few years
returning.
ago
Yeah.
when I was a little younger and much more hungover.
I had a beard, so
Yeah. This was 2 years ago, right?
it's 2 or 3. I can't.
It was definitely, it had to be 2. It had to be 2 because we showed our project last year,
Okay.
and
yeah.
I had long hair
Oh.
and a few pounds heavier, and I think just shaved my beard that week. Yeah, I
Wow.
just shaved my beard.
So did Aris. He just shaved
Yeah.
his beard
I
this
shaved
week.
my beard this
Aris,
week.
you clean up nicely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You do as well.
You do Zoe as well, but I gotta give you a credit. Yeah.
No, I
good.
mean we're like just so excited to be back here at the Santa Fe Film Festival, specifically just because there's such a great community here, and there's always so many fantastic films. Every time we come, it's like obviously try and pack in as much as you can, skipping meals. Like how many blocks can you hit?
Sure.
Because there's just such great programming and so many great people here as well. So I think
It's cool meeting people from all over, but then also the locals in Santa Fe and
Yeah.
how beautiful the art scene is here. As someone, because I wasn't able to come last time, but being here for the first time, it's just so neat. And like
Yeah.
the love of the culture of film here is so cool.
Definitely.
I just love it.
Yeah, it is like also, I don't know, we'll see what happens the next 2 years, but this specific campus
Yeah.
is been recently purchased. In fact, the developers were here yesterday planning out how they want to grow this spot.
Wow.
And this has
Fantastic.
traditionally been a private school campus.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it kind of exists in the heart of Santa Fe, like the Bermuda Triangle, where it's kind of invisible to most people's eye.
Yeah.
And what's exciting is they've kind of parceled off part of the campus.
Yeah.
But this side of it, they want to turn into the biggest film studio in New Mexico.
Wow.
So on the other side of this hallway, which we can't get into, are 2 larger studios.
Yeah.
Neat.
So I think I'm trying to remember back to my college days here. I think of the 3, this is the smallest.
Okay.
But Stage A or Studio 1, I forget what they're named, was like, they've shot so many movies there. So
Wow.
like when I came to school here, the film Brothers with Jake Gyllenhaal,
Wow,
Natalie
yeah.
Portman, and Tobey Maguire was
so
filming
cool.
here. And so like there's that famous like he's smashing the kitchen up scene.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
they're like I didn't
was right
realize
over
like it's right
so
across the hall.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
then
cool.
I think so. As I remember, No Country for Old Men. They based their production offices out of here the year before I got here.
wow.
And I was like, oh man, just
missed
1
it.
year later, I would have loved to be there for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this building has tons of film history. Like Longmire was based out of here for like all 7 seasons or whatever they had.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like it'd be really exciting in a few years to see if you come back,
Yeah.
like where it's at.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, there's a lot of room for Santa Fe to grow, and we'd love to have you back here.
We'd love
But you don't have to
be
leave.
back.
This isn't me leaving. I want to keep talking to you. I don't know.
I love that.
Yeah. So I killed that piece of dust. Dead.
Yes, there you go,
Yeah, that
dust.
dust is gone.
I love it. I love it. See, I'm eyeing one right here. And I
yeah,
don't know if I should
yeah.
go for it. Like,
You can get it.
awesome. No, I mean, like, I don't know what the framing is, but
It's all right.
this is such a cool space that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can see it on it, but this
Nope,
is a
it's
cool
pure
space.
blackness right here. I might
wow.
superimpose Cole, my co-host who's not here.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, bud. As with me is always Cole, except for he's not.
Hey, Cole.
Yeah.
Where's the mark?
you a question. One of the questions we do usually ask, and since we have a little bit of time, is this is the Breaking Indie podcast, so there's a double play on words there if you didn't catch it. It's about independent filmmaking, but also breaking into the industry. So I'd like to ask you both, and obviously you guys are a team, and engaged. I see that, Rock. Powerhouse couple gang, love that.
Always
We
work
try.
with. I mean, like in my experience, it's like working with your best friend's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, well, it's like the Lisa Joy, Christopher Nolan, Emma Thompson, Christopher Nolan and his brother, the Nolans and their wives, God bless them, favorite
Truly.
powerhouses. So yes, keeping that same vein, guys. But I want to ask you about how you guys got into the industry and kind of what your journey's been like. Ladies first.
I started off as a performer. I started ballet at like the age of 3. You know, I danced my whole life. I was incredibly shy, so my parents put me in there to break me out of my shell and make some friends. And I'm really not good at anything else. As I learned, you know, going through middle school and high school, so I continued. And I went to a performing arts middle and high school where I was a vocal major and also a musical theater major. And then when it came time to college, I knew I loved theater. I loved musical theater. I loved singing, but I also really loved acting. And that was something that, you know, as a vocal major, you perform, but in operas and they don't focus on the acting. And then with musical theater, you kind of get all 3 really well, but you don't really ever focus that specifically on the acting. So I auditioned for some programs and I got into Pace's BFA acting program, which is where the 2 of us met and where Blue Oak Productions kind of started. I've been acting ever since. But specifically with the production company, it was during the pandemic and all of our professors were saying, there's not going to be work for you. You can't just go out and book a show. You can't go do TV just for fun now. Like, you have to make it yourself. And so that really inspired us. And we made our first movie during the pandemic with like $5 and a dream. But we fell in love with it. And from there we've grown and we now have, you know, 2 other co-founders. And it's just been such a joy. And being able to create work for yourself as an actor is a really rewarding and humbling experience. Because it's a new side of you that you didn't know you could do until you actually, like, 2 feet on the ground and you start running with it. So it's been such a joy and I've really loved it.
Yeah, if you want to on to your side.
No, I mean, I think you covered it in a fantastic way. I think for me, you know, it started as an experiment as well, like during the pandemic, and the company didn't exist then. It was just like run fast and break shit and like see what happens. And
Sounds like fun.
It's a lot of fun.
was.
It was a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun.
Sounds like that $5 isn't going to go very far if you're just breaking shit. But
That's
you know
fair.
what? Here we are. Who am I? I don't know.
We made it somewhere.
But you know, I sort of graduated and we had made a couple films by that point, and I was in the acting industry, but I had this sort of realization, you know, as you're exposed to things, your world kind of expands. And I said, I really love like directing and producing and filmmaking and working with cameras, and so I had like a full pivot away from acting. And so we started this company with the hopes to tell sort of lasting and resonant stories, and it's been an exciting experience so far.
Something about Blue Oak is, like, we aim to tell stories that are rooted in truth, and I think that we provide a unique eye because we're on the younger side, you know, but we're telling stories that we're really hoping to resonate with all audiences, all genres of people. And so it's been a really unique experience kind of honing in on what those stories are that we want to tell.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Also, Aris, as I'm sitting here, like, watching you guys talk, I was like, shit, dude, you actually have a lot of the features and demeanor of Christopher Nolan.
Oh gosh.
Like, in a good way.
Made his day.
Yeah.
You did just make my day. I'm like a huge Christopher Nolan.
Oh, dude, he's
fan,
my
and,
favorite.
yeah,
Absolute favorite.
just,
Like, hands
phenomenal.
down, everyone else is under Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
with you.
Bio.
I'm looking
People
forward
said
to
that, I
Odyssey
remember
right
that.
now.
I am
I've been
too, yeah.
following that closely.
There's like so many actors who I'm like, oh, I love that Christopher Nolan works with them. And
Yeah.
One of the ones who I'd love to see more of, just in case Christopher Nolan's watching. Thomas Lennon, who's the guy from Reno 911.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Wayne, you can't go heli skiing. But what I didn't realize until recently was I rewatched Memento, and he's in that. And I was like, oh shit, they've been like OGs for a long time.
Wow.
Because Thomas Lennon is a doctor who's like looking at Sammy Jenkins and he's doing the tests. And he's like, this is a test, you fucking quack. Like, where were you when I took my whatever? And he's like, I don't know. But I was like, oh shit, dude, like that's Thomas Lennon. Like,
I didn't realize.
they go way back. And so I would love to hear an interview where they like explain how they met in New York or whatever it was.
that'd be
Because
wild.
like, huge Nolan fan.
Yeah.
I actually got to work with him for a couple months in Pittsburgh. They're getting
no
married
way.
in Pittsburgh. This was off-camera chatter.
Our camera's
Yeah.
over there. I'm all like disoriented.
Yeah. What? Who's with me? Cole?
I was like, where is he?
But yeah, so that was a dream come true for me because one big Batman fan.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
did Dark
hands
Knight?
down, that's my favorite trilogy or
yeah.
like popcorn film.
It was also such like a
But, yeah.
revolutionary sort of idea of superheroes at the time too. It was like a much grittier, darker take on what was traditionally had like a lot of camp involved. And
But yeah, I fell in love with Pittsburgh during that time. I
that-
really did like that city.
What were you doing on the project?
I was at one of like 100 set PAs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, actually like 150. But I was in the top 10. I made the call sheet, so I was
that's
there.
so cool.
I have
But
a few
yeah.
friends who were in it. And like
Oh,
one of my old
really?
acting teachers was in it. So I was like, oh, I love
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I worked with a lot of the extras. And I might have already told this story on a previous podcast, but I was in charge of, at the scene where they're the football team,
Yeah.
like Gotham Raiders or whatever,
Yes.
the team is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
I'm not a football person. So my job that day was to like manage the Steelers.
No way.
And like I'm in the locker room. Like I took a shit in the Steelers locker room. Like
A dream.
TMI,
like,
I'm sorry.
A dream
Zoe.
of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they're on the bus. They're like, raise your hand if you took a shit in the Steelers locker room. I was like, funny you mentioned, because I did.
That's great.
But no, so like the thing is like we're getting ready to shoot, and we're behind schedule. And they're like, cool, like go find Roethlisberger, let him know we're running about 20 minutes late. And I was like, okay, which one is Roethlisberger?
Number 7?
And they're like, oh, you're perfect. You
Oh man, I would have
cute
been
little
on
angel.
I would have been on Google like on my phone like scrolling for photos
Yeah,
to
I
try
was
and
like-
identify.
I was texting my friends. I'm like, I'm here with is that Heinz Ward? And they're like, yeah. I was like, is that who the field's named after? I don't really get it. They're like, no, obviously,
Oh my
idiot.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Meet Troy Polamalu.
I might have. I don't know.
You and big curly hair. He's
We got a big Steelers fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Pittsburgh,
Well,
when
we'll
you're
watch.
born
Let's
there-
watch the movie, and they do a lineup. They showed the lineup of them during the national anthem. If he's in there, I met him, but I don't know.
I'm so jealous. That is like the
Yeah,
coolest thing.
that was one of the coolest moments of my life. Not because of the Steelers, though.
That
but
that
yes.
makes sense.
That's sick though.
All right, so I expect in like the next few years, you guys are going to be the Nolan couples.
I would love that.
I'm
Let's do
yeah.
like, hey, let's cross those fingers.
Yes.
And keep working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, be the youngest of like Christopher and Jonathan, and then Aris,
it. Harrison Zoe.
and then like of
Federmans.
course the better halves are always the wives who have all the brains, creativity, and producing
the
power.
brains and the beauty behind it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, guys, I hope you have a wonderful time in Santa
you.
Fe.
Thank you so
so
much.
much. to us. This
Thank
was
you for being here, and I look forward to checking out your project.
Thank you.
If
I
you can't make
appreciate
it, like by the time this airs, 6 months prior or whatever it is, no, we'll look for it online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll keep
Awesome.
you updated. Where
Hey,
it
thank you
goes.
so much.
Sweet.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I hope to see you guys back here at the next film festival or the year after that. And then in the meantime, do you guys have any like social media you want to plug into the camera?
You could do the company
Yeah.
Instagram at Blue Oak Productions.
Yeah. And then personals are at Zoe Dunay and
At Aris Federman. That's Instagram, by the way.
Instagram.
We did not specify
Who
that.
else does anything else? Is there anything else? I don't know.
I'm a bit of a LinkedIn fiend.
You are.
Yeah,
sometimes.
okay,
I know.
I get it,
know,
but
it's
I
so
don't
bad,
get
It's
it.
so bad.
No, I'm just not that professional. I don't understand. Like everyone's like, I've been at the company for 5 years. I'm like, I'm 37 and I'm still waiting for a career.
No, I think the thing that I like about LinkedIn is I don't know why I like LinkedIn.
Because you have class.
Oh,
something like that.
It's less doom scrolling. It's not like
that's true.
You're
It's like-
sitting in bed being like, what are my friends doing with human development and like what's new in AI versus like, oh, some clickbait of like, what did they say from this movie to that one person who's unexpected on the camera? Like,
to be fair, I think, personal connections and like human connections are something that makes all of us want to be storytellers, right? And you definitely kind of lose. I see that.
See, such more class.
No, I was like, you definitely kind of lose that. I think on certain social media platforms, you get so dropped into like the influencer and the pushed content and like the memes and like one thing that's cool about LinkedIn, I guess, is why am I doing an ad for LinkedIn right now?
Because we need sponsorship.
LinkedIn, if you're listening.
It's just the people you know.
Honestly,
getting,
like that is such a
updates
better
from people.
justification. Like, oh, I like human connection. You're like, oh my God, of course.
It's also cool. I will say, I'm not as savvy on LinkedIn, but you get to see people's accomplishments.
Yeah, that's true. And you get to celebrate people, and like
that is true.
That's a wonderful thing.
I've started to reshape the way that I look at social media.
That's a big thing.
LinkedIn, I'll give it to them. Facebook, Instagram, I'm about to lose my my connection here. They're not social media companies. They're advertising companies. Social media is a tool for advertising.
Yeah.
So I've tried to reshape that when I'm like on there scrolling. I'm like, you're not on a social media platform. You are on an advertising platform.
Advertisement.
Well, yeah, because that's how they make their money. You are the product.
Yeah.
You're producing the product, and they're just reaping the benefits. And in there, they're also sponsoring. And we do it.
Yeah.
We probably are going to throw some money at some of these interviews to sponsor on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
But on the user side, it's like I just try to be acknowledging of like what I'm participating in. You know?
Yeah, that's smart.
And like obviously those platforms have a big spot, and I am the first to admit that I'll sit in bed for 10 minutes before I go to bed and be like, okay, put your phone down.
Oh yeah.
Only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
No, we could be on there
She
for
caught
hours.
me. She caught me.
Saw
For
right
an
through it.
hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
An hour and
10
minutes.
10 minutes.
I love it.
But I'm going to move it to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
All right.
So there we go.
You might like
All right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for a lovely chat
Yeah, this
on
is
this
a ton of fun.
podcast. I forgot the name of it. So if you want to like and subscribe, I think it's
Breaking
Indie?
Breaking. That doesn't sound right. Breaking Cole's balls. Next time, fly to New Mexico and do it with me.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Well, thank you guys.
Hey, thank you.
We'll call that a wrap. Do you want to say the words?
And that's a wrap.
That's it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Drop a follow, like in the comments, subscribe.
Send a LinkedIn connection request.
God.
There we go. All right, guys. Once again, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, man.